Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 1 of 3X versus ELSR. 3X, the EU number 2 team, historically number 1. ELSR, the North American number 1 team, historically number 2. Kind of funny how that works out. This is absolutely do or die for ELSR. For 3X, they're already in the lead for this particular group, so they're just looking to secure that lead, ensure that they start tomorrow in the winner's bracket. Let's take a look here at Northern Waters. We've got, for the Daring, for 3X, we've got Striver, I should say, and a Daring. Don't Flashbang Babies is in another Daring. Vile 9 is in his 420 Blaze Harugamo. Blood Legends in a Ragnar. We've got, for Bruisers, Faster Motion in a Reload Petropavlovsk. IKEA in Leitung in a range build Stalingrad. There's Kinemod in his typical Radar Manitar, we see played often. Silverblade is behind in an Ohio, supporting with pretty much all the sniper stuff. And then there's Al Snackman in the Burgon with that special Halloween camo that's so awesome. And going for speed and guns as you do in the Burgon. Putin, what's ELSR bringing to the south?
ELSR is bringing a Gdansk going to Apple's typical build with he's got Dazzle. Doesn't want to get shot at. A little bit longer radar. And getting out of the traffic jam, and he's being followed up by a Petro that is running range and the DCP mod, along with more radar, Vermont, running sniper build. And going to Chocolate is a 420 Gumo that will probably be smoking up the Manitar. I'd be surprised if it's not. The Druid is running more Hydro and Pew Pew.
How about the fact that it's a Druid? I've never seen a Druid in King of the Sea yet this season.
I thought we did, but more importantly, here's another ship we haven't seen much of, Kaba.
Yep, I have seen that.
Running, I need to get there quickly and turn because the runner on that thing is worse than a battleship, but he's running Pew Pew also.
Yeah, instead of the unique upgrade. Interesting.
Their battleship of choice going to Chocolate is the Blurgon with Get There Quickly and Survive, built for survivability. And the Stalingrad is wisely not going forward to the island to get blasted, is running range, or not range, reload. He is kind of just parked between bacon and chocolate. I think somebody learned their lesson on going to the island early and potentially getting caught out.
Yes. Reminder for this particular game, Des Moines and Kléber have been banned.
Shocked. Wondered why they bring a Minotaur.
Now we saw a team, this was 7R7S, something like that, put on our first day, or second day, of EU King of the Sea. We saw a team do just this with the Kaaba. You get up the border, go up there fast, get behind the smoke screen, and then the whole team just pows.
Fortunately, the Kaba got caught out and took a little bit of damage.
Not going to work the way that they had hoped for, I'm sure.
It looks like ELSR has now picked up that Apple's is an absolute free cap.
They are going straight in. Striver detected on Petro radar. And the Daring in the middle. I do like
the Stalingrad taking up this side of the island, i.e. the sea side of the island, so he doesn't get blasted by a Petro or Ohio.
Yep. He does
I said, lessons learned.
He does keep the radar going too, which keeps Striver detected. It keeps him reset, but looks like the calls are out for Don't Flashbang Babies, who's been caught out north of the sea cap.
Well, I mean, you want to get him pushed off so your Druid can get the cap and not sit there and play the if I can't have it, you can't have it game. Looks like the open water Minotaur radar didn't catch anybody.
This can be really bad,
Why are we doing this?
COTS PR.
So So he's a giver.
Apparently so.
That seems like a huge miscommunication between the
Oof.
Gumo and Minotaur.
Kenny Mod gets slapped, so there's that.
Oh, it's Kenny. Unless he's sitting at 1 HP, I'm not worried.
Mm-hmm.
Love
Besides,
you, Kenny, but I'm rooting for Team Bravo. Sorry.
Besides, he's right next to the border, so he can just go slide along it anyways.
Like the professional he is. That's why he gets paid the big bucks, and we're sitting here casting for free.
Quincy and the Druid being forced back a little bit from C. I like the Druid. It's a fun ship. I don't know how good it's going to be in competitive, but you know, it's a simple ship to play. You point the bow at the enemy, hold down left mouse button, and pew pew.
Well, it's one cap to one cap. Really, you know, nobody's really in danger of potentially dying, and I'm sure somebody's going to be in it now that the words have come out of my mouth.
That's right. Someone's going to be like, "No pudding, I got you."
Stalingrad radar to get the daring that's on C. But I don't think anyone's in position to shoot him. Oh, okay.
Inori.
Well, once again, words came out of my mouth, and Minotaur's like, "Yeah, you're wrong."
No, Inori's in a good spot right now. He's actually arcing over this this island to get these shells in. It's forcing Flashbang to reverse. And look at that. We have some Vermont shells coming in. Ooh, Okura just gets smacked. Okura's got deep water, single fire torpedoes coming right for him, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's he going to take? He's going to take one.
Took one, but more importantly,
DCP. And now 3X.
Flashbang's daring. He's doing a really good job of staying alive. And the
Yep.
Blood Legends Ragnar is the next choice target. As what's going on at Apples? Nothing's going on really. Petro's moving up on the other Petro.
Yep, so you can see it's really just a question of who's going to farm out who first, and Okura is probably going to be the first to die.
Wow, well, all that's going on, I think we failed to mention that.
Wait.
Oof.
Flashbang. Flashbang goes down. All right, well, so both teams do come away with a pick.
Who came away with the better pick is the better question. Right, you lost the radar cruiser, but you took away a DD, obviously a capping DD too. More importantly, Petro's coming out of Apples.
Yeah, they sent the Petro into A. They put him out of A. I don't think he's coming out. He's just gonna sit here and go for shots on the Daring or the Stalingrad. Whatever they can see. I think that's their next choice is force IKEA to back up, and maybe they can get a Brigand salvo in on him or something. You can see 8952 is already reload boosting. He's shooting somebody. Snacking maybe?
I mean, I do like the position of ELSR's Petro, right?
Look at the
I'm
Kaba.
not going to come out. You're not going to come out for a combo. Well, I mean, it's all short duration. He's got to heal.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, I don't need smoke. I got to heal.
It's just the fact
But
that he's going in. Yep. Oh, big hits again. He's trying desperately to get to the safety of this island. He's got his engine boost on. He's trying to heal through all this. But he does, of course, have a Petro right in front of him. I think he made it to the safe spot. Ish, no.
Whether he makes it to the safe spot or not, that's a lot of HP you lost for a cap. You kind of really didn't need to go in and lose all this HP for. Right? You have apples, you have chocolate. 3X has got to make a play on chocolate. Why not shore that up? Right? I'm sure, getting this cap, it helps your cause more, but that's a lot of HP to lose. As ELSR's Petro, it's just getting farmed out by a daring open water.
Yeah, Striver doesn't really care about Petro, I suppose.
I mean, why? Like, what's the other Petro? Like,
Oh,
what's
look at the
3X
Ohio.
Petro going to do? But I
Well,
mean, now we've got Ohio versus Vermont.
yep, yep. Now, you talked about grabbing the cap position. It's worth noting, you know, now with that point advantage, it does put a lot of pressure on 3X to make kills. And fortunately for them, Izumi is right there saying, oh, I'll die now.
Yeah, here's the thing. The Ohio is wisely looking at the Petro, but the Petro's dead anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You don't have your gun set up for the Vermont. Like, why was the Vermont not looking at Ohio? Like, is he really? Are they really going to let this ram happen?
I think so. I mean, that's... Yep.
I don't like that.
I don't either. That's the best they could hope for, I suppose, in that situation. Both Gumos trade over on the 910 line.
Now, with me not liking that, does mean that Apples is free for the Petro just to go in and get it uncontested.
He's going to walk right in, and 3X is going to pick that cap up. You can see that Striver is also heading towards the B cap. He's going to pick B cap up pretty easily as well. Quincy and the Druid now has advanced to the point where he can't really protect himself from all this incoming fire. He's already burned all of his heals. They're trying to get Blood Legend out, but Blood is able to sit behind this island without worry at all.
I think the game is going to be possibly decided to where if the Clubber can take out Striver's daring.
Yep. I really think that's going to be the only play, as Blood Legend is now shooting at Sky for free because Eno isn't able to do anything about it.
And like all this little chip damage is like the daring doesn't even have to make the play anymore.
No.
I don't think ELSR is gonna win this one because the Minotaur's gonna go down, Kaba's gonna go down shortly.
Yep.
3X is flipping apples, and like this is what 3X does.
It is absolutely what 3X does. I gotta say, I'm surprised to see Quincy just sitting there. He should have been moving up as well. He kept himself spotted and shot at instead of going dark and then using that opportunity to relocate. And because of that, he didn't get behind Blood. Blood was able to back up and not worry about the Minotaur. And then 3X just does their thing.
Yeah, there goes the Kaba's gonna, you know, like obviously that's who they want to get.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, with the Gdansk opening up, like that's who shows him for death, and oh look, he dies to the Petro that reversed down.
He does go down, and I mean, Sky just dumps torpedoes into a smoke. I mean, I would expect 3X to be prepared for that. So I don't think those torps are going to be effective. And there goes Sky. ELSR is all that's left, is 8952. Trying to save a star.
And what we mean by this is like what 3X does. Focus fire, get one ship out, then move to the next ship and get that out.
It does take Striver out.
Well, I mean, that's just a pride thing.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, hey, fought to the end. I think ELSR just came out a little too hot and heavy. A little too aggressive.
Well, we saw this in a previous game by ELSR. They gave away a lot of hit points for not too much gain, right? We saw them do that in the earlier series. And the same thing happened here. So...
I mean, like I don't think you needed to drive the Kaba in as early as they did. I don't disagree that they didn't, but I think the Kaba could have been more useful actually rotating to apples to potentially stop the ram.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like Kaba Torp. Right now the puppies are upset.
Aw, puppies are upset. Well, let's take a look at our final game of ELSR versus 3X. Both teams, of course, wanting to get wins, although at this point for ELSR, not looking good for tomorrow. And for 3X, currently they are in the lead, but TSYMQ is nipping at their heels. in this group. So let's take a look at ELSR's lineup. They've got the Sky in a Kotzbild Gearing, Professor Luger in a Radar Yu Yang, Ayase is in a Gdansk with Dazzle, and Des Moines this time was not bad, so Izumi is in a Des Moines. And look, Okura is in a Des Moines. And here we go with 14, OT's 14 Groza is in a Marseille. We've got Apex Captain Caesar in a Moskva with unique upgrade. And Inori Zuri is in a Radar Minotaur. Note, Puddin, that ELSR brought only one battleship, 8952's Vermont, in a sniper spec. Interesting decisions. What's going on with 3X?
3X is sending 420 Blazing Gumo with a Kinema Des Moines and Al Snackman's sniper build Vermont along with Blood Legends legendary Moskva to Apples. Looks like Don't Flashbang Babies Gdansk is going to test out the waters at Bacon with his Pew Pew radar. Going to Chocolate, everyone's favorite Cap. Striver's legendary mod gearing to get there to drop some torpedoes with speed. Followed by Faster Motion's Des Moines in the legendary version and kind of built for Pew Pew with the Manitar driven by Point. And Silver's sniper built Vermont. A lot of Vermonts.
A lot of Vermonts. I have a feeling Vermont is going to be limited to one next season of King of the Sea.
I think there's going to be 12 Vermonts. That's all you're going to see is Vermont versus Vermont.
Ah, there we go. Vermont Apocalypse.
Yep. I mean, we'll have the nice new fancy camo that looks like it's moving, but it's not. I still say they should have just put a tugboat in front of it and called it the camo.
That would be kind of funny, wouldn't it? Well, we got some torpedoes coming in towards Faster Motion's Des Moines. He's got Hydro going. Ironically enough, he slows down right in time to just dodge these torpedoes naturally anyways. Reminder for this particular game, Stalingrad and Kléber are the banned ships. Now, Faster Motion may have dodged those other torpedoes, but he does have deep waters coming. But what do you know? 3X knows to use Hydro when in smoke.
What? Do they not know that's cheating?
How dare they?
More importantly, I think I called everybody's name out right for a team for a change. Like, oh
yes,
my God.
You did. I was very impressed, Button.
Oh my God, I'm actually becoming unprofessional again.
That's right. How dare you? Flashbang Babies is fixing to back into the B-Cap. Captain Caesar just got himself detected, though, so obviously if he goes in, he knows he'll bait out the radar.
Oh my God, there's so many radar circles. I don't know whose is whose. Oh, well, I know the YY's because it's actually green. YY and Gdansk both burn their radars at the same time. Interesting.
Well, they really want Striver dead, I guess. Oh, my guess is there was probably a miscommunication, and they both pressed the radar at the same time.
I'm going to go with option A. They really wanted to kill Striver.
Well, considering last game, they just let him do his thing open water, maybe.
Gdansk radaring. Don't flashbang babies at Bacon, not picking anybody up, but sending torps in at the Moskva. Well, it's just, spot it because it's Moskva.
Meanwhile, over on the one line, we got Gumo Des Moines Smokesnail versus Gearing Des Moines Smokesnail. Very exciting. A torpedo does get through the island and hits Captain Caesar's Moskva. Unfortunate.
Well, more importantly, Captain Caesar wisely just popped his Hydro, not his radar. So Gdansk didn't bait out the Moskva radar.
Aha.
Right, and it not like he didn't know the torpedoes were coming. granted, he's still 8-1. It just confirms, which one you were going to eat, really.
This is true.
Let's see. Oh, somebody's being radared.
What over
Oh,
at A?
Shriver's, yes, no, at Chocolate. Shriver's picked up by ELSR's Minotaur radar that is just went down. Looks like ELSR is going to get Chocolate, and 3X is possibly going to get Apples.
Yeah, yep. 3X is definitely kiting away from that flank, and we saw that the last game. They're not afraid to kite away, give board position if it means that they get some more hit points. And Sky, in his gearing, is once again coughing up an awful lot of hit points for really no gain.
Oof, Marsilli takes a chunk.
Well, they're moving him really south aggressively. They really want to just roll up this flank. You got to get through Silverblade. And Luger, of course, doesn't have smoke, so this just feels weird.
Well, I mean, more like, do you really smoke up a Marsilli?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only reason you do it is for him to go dark and heal up. But more importantly, here comes some torpedoes in on him. And Vermont shells, and, well, every other kind of shell that you can think of. Ooh, Driver got chunked.
He did get chunked. He's about to get into Luger's radar range, but Luger's running away anyways.
Well, the other thing is his radar was going down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately, Lugar is still spotted as Blood Legend says, you know what? We don't need a destroyer to cap. I'll share out a cap in a Moskva getting apples.
Yep. And then the Marseille, by the way, unfortunate for him, he stuck bow in. So it's just a matter of time before he goes down.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, Marsilli is a fairly tanky cruiser, too.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Vermont says, I don't care how tanky you are, I'm just going to chunk you anyways.
That's right. Kinnymod now the focus targets. Shells coming in. They don't really do much. Val pops the next smoke screen, allows the team to move a little bit farther forward.
Here's the problem with ELSR bringing one battleship.
It's got to be everywhere.
Everyone knows where he's at, and unfortunately, it's a Vermont. So once he's looking in a direction, it's going to take a while for him to look somewhere else. But Vermont, for ELSR, is moving over to Apples, realizing, they kind of have chocolate for the most part, but ironically, 3X is pushing ELSR away from chocolate.
Well, I think ELSR's pushing themselves out of chocolate, right? That push down that 9-10 line really didn't need to happen. And as a result, they've again traded an awful lot of hit points for next to no gain.
I think more importantly, ELSR said, we love you, Marsilli, but good luck, we're out of here.
Yeah, Marseille's being forced to turn around now. Because
he's dead. It's not a matter of if. It's like, it's going to happen. And don't flashbang babies is going to get an easy chocolate cap.
Not only that, but look at the Thunderdome. Minotaur, Moskva for ELSR going in. Snackman's Vermont coming in. Blood Legends Moskva is...
Well, he was already there.
Yeah, he was already there. It's a good position for that Moskva. Now the question becomes, how do you play this if you're ELSR? You want to get on Snackman's side to get the torpedoes off. But at the same time...
just made a huge mistake.
Yeah, what would that be?
Both cruisers are going the same side of the island. Oh my god.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is a clip moment. And I would agree with you. Coming out both together at the same time in the same place.
Yeah.
And Snackman cleans up 2 cruisers and barely takes any damage.
Snack Man is saying, I am the king of this Thunderdome. Begone, peasants.
That's right. Yep. So many questions.
Well, I mean, question number one, how does ELSR get back in?
Now they don't. I mean, look at that. Silverblade just arcs right over the island and takes out the other Des Moines here, Zumi. And that's game, guys. That GG's.
I mean, like, it's just, like I said, 3X not afraid. We'll just give up some position because we're gonna give up position while taking away HP from you. Because it's not who gets the cabs first, it's who control them the longest. As 3X is clearly demonstrating they can control, well, the entire map the longest. Like, I question one battleship. Like, did you get any utility out of your extra cruiser?
No, it just kind of sat there. So,
well, I mean, you could make an argument that, you know, ELSR's lone Des Moines is their extra cruiser. You know, but like realistically, like did you get anything out of that? Because like you put too much pressure. You put all the battleship pressure on one person to make all the shots all the time.
That's right. And I mean, 8952 is good, but I mean, you saw the power of both those Vermonts for 3X in this game, able just to take cruisers down. I mean, why lose that ability?
Oh,
you know,
is 8952 just giving up?
I think they all are. I mean,
well,
look, they've all been herded to the exact same grid square. Take a look at that. I mean, come on. This is just a kill zone.
I mean, look at the absolute discipline of just shoot the Vermont. Right. Granted, you know, Flashbangs is screw you. I need kills for my COTS PR.
COTS PR is what it's all about.
But I mean, just look at the focus fire. Like, he's dead. Well, keep double tapping him. We've watched Zombieland.
More importantly, Luger needs to hurry up and die so I can get my quadruple death pick.
I don't know if he's going to hurry up and die, but he's definitely going to die.
Well, we got 20 seconds to go anyway.
I mean, everyone else just give up. I don't understand Luger just running for it.
All right. Here lies ELSR in one of the most epic death picks I think I've ever grabbed. So
but
at least
more importantly,
what's more important than death picks?
Team Bravo, a complete blowout, because according to Wargaming, if you don't lose a ship, it's a blowout. And 3X did not lose a single ship.
That's correct. So let's give them